You fill up my senses like a gallon of magnet, like a packet of woodbines, like a good pinch of snuff, like a night out in Sheffield, like a greasy chip buddy, like Sheffield United. Come fill me again, na na na.
All right, people. Bit sweaty today, like I ain't been doing out dodgy, I promise. So yeah, we're gonna talk some random bollocks today. Gonna invite my first person in, Mr. Connor. You all right, pal?
Doing, pal?
I'd like to say my first person in, you only person in, aren't I, pal?
Oh, that's it, mate. Only person committed to cause.
I know, that's it. Fucking being shit on, aren't we? Do you know what I mean? Bit rock weather, everyone fucking gets fuck kit, don't they?
That's it, mate. No loyalty.
No loyalty. So, you've seen fixtures, what you saying? What you think?
I've seen people saying that they're happy, like happy, but I don't think it's too easy, mate. I think I'm happy with Bristol opening.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I think that's a decent winnable. But I think
Mm-hmm.
the 2 or 3 that we've got after that, they're not gimmies. They're far from
No.
gimmies.
No, they're not. I'll tell you what, mate, I'm fucked off, mate. I'll be honest with you. When last time we played fucking Derby in fucking Sun?
We don't.
Do you know what I mean?
We don't.
When have we ever had it in first few games? Or do you know what I mean? When weather's starting warming up, it's always in fucking cold. I'm sick and tired of it.
Yeah, it does my head in, mate. You know what? Derby's up to me over the last few years.
Mate, you know what's going to happen, right? It's going to get changed, moved to a 12 o'clock kickoff.
On a Sunday.
Ain't bastard cold. It's fucking pointless. It kills all fun out of it.
Yeah, it does. I get why they do it, obviously, to try and limit trouble and whatever. But people are going to get... If you move kickoff to 12 o'clock, people are getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning and start getting pissed at that time.
Exactly.
Trouble. So, may as well just break.
Well, wouldn't you like it, though? Like, say how it is today. Could you imagine if Derby were on today?
What, on a Monday?
You know what I mean? Like nice weather, innit?
Yeah, Monday night, 8 o'clock kickoff. That'd do me.
Yeah.
I don't mind derbies being played at night as like when we've got a bit of sunshine being it. Like I got it cheap.
Yeah.
Like obviously beer garden, there's mint.
Yeah.
Mint sun, have a few pints. Go on praying or go on buzzing.
Yeah. Well, I tried going to what posh places, didn't you know what I mean? I thought a bit of fucking snob. I went to that Triple Point in Solana and all that lot, mate. And fucking, let's just put it this way, it's fucking party Guinness, fucking sat in the beer garden any day. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it, mate. That's it. Grow up in dive bars. That's where I'll stay.
That's what I mean. I'm a pub man, not a beer man.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh. So, let me have. I think I've got some fucking questions already up. Oh, we got dump fixtures. There we go. Thoughts on Vinny? What are you saying about it?
Not too happy with Fee. I want a bit more for him. If it's true, anyway, obviously, we'll be able to tell a bit more. Or if it's whatever. If he's turning up, I'm calling bull.
He's credible bloke. What's mentioned it though, isn't it?
Oh, I know, mate. It's just I've literally not heard out my sen about it. Obviously, apart from wine source, which it could be a dodgy. I remember seeing it.
Yeah.
Who is like ill. I remember a couple of weeks before he'd actually gone. Even Fabrizio had said, "Done deal, he's ready to go," but he'd not signed. Obviously, a couple of weeks later, it ended up being true. But it were. I never trust it unless it's someone that I like close to me that I know person.
Yeah.
Bollocks.
Do you know what pisses me off though? Like, number one, it's fee. So if fee is that small, there's got to be something in his contract, saying like a non-promotion, release clause or something stupid like that.
Yeah, possible.
Where is it acceptable 30 million for a player? Not like his first season was wank for us. Do you know what I mean? Fucking flappy arms to glow. But I think he redeemed himself last year and he showed what he can offer. Do you know what I mean? If fit.
Redeemed it massively, mate. And said it about him. He's got all of the physical attributes, which is
Yeah.
like, funny, look at Asula. We sold Asula for like 10 million quid, whatever, where we add-ons. Purely based on his physical attributes. Let's be honest, his technical ability, but he's quick, he's big, he's strong. That value nowadays because you can work on the technical ability. You can't teach someone to be tall.
Exactly. And you know what it is? I think he's developed so much this season. You know, compared to last season, he couldn't string a fucking pass together last season, and this season is been up there. Been up there.
Yeah. The amount of times I've seen him cracking back, winning the ball, and then fast at starting a counter attack. People have complained about him making sideways passes. I don't think he's been that particularly.
I don't think. Biggest culprit for sideways passes in midfield has been Peg.
Yeah, 100%. But I've given Peck a bit of a pass this season because he's been chucked into deep end and he's done all right. He's not looked like water.
Like, I think with Peck, what it is, it's lack of experience. Do you know what I mean? Bit that unknownness on what to do. Just like perfect example, Brooks in playoffs final, instead of chipping keepers, drove it straight at him. Whereas if he were a bit more experienced, he'd have known just to chip him.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't even have to chip him, mate. He could have.
Yeah. Oh, mate. But then he you know, what's about it? He got the rebound, didn't he? And he just worked quick enough to get it back off.
It's mate, but obviously it's been and gone now. Brooks.
I know.
He's going to make mistakes. It's the attitude that's the concern.
So looking at, like, say, if Vinny does go, ideally, do we replace him or what do you think we do? Because I don't think we're going to go for that defensive type of midfielder anymore. I think we're going to go for a deep line playmaker, you know, like a Norwood type.
Yeah, so with the way that Sellers plays, that would probably be more likely, but I've always liked having a big...
Yeah, I do. But we never, until we had Susan, we never had that, have we?
No, not really. I mean, Berg, obviously, he was someone that had that presence in midfield, but he weren't someone about and win the ball back. He just, once he started running the ball, you couldn't take it off him.
Yeah.
But so he's not even necessarily just like having a player exactly that I'm after. It's I like physical presence in midfield where someone goes forward and this big bastard side if I run, get clattered because it puts fear of God into people.
Yeah, that's why I wanted Rothwell, 6'1".
Yeah, Rothwell would have been a decent one, and he's got technical ability as well.
Exactly, and Rothwell loves driving ball forward. Reminds me of a smaller Berg, very much.
And he's got ridiculously good set piece delivery as well.
Exactly. Wait, set piece delivery. That brings me on to my second thing. Armour. What's happening with him?
I don't think he's gonna go. I've said I'm sticking. If he does go, it'll be towards the back end of the window, I think.
So do you reckon with PSV's bollocks?
I don't think it's bollocks. I think that there will be interest there, but I can't see him going to them because I'll be. Two, I don't think he will go until the back end of the window when teams have seen that he's fit. Because there's always this fixation. Oh, he's too fat, he's too this, he's too that. I don't, but other teams clearly do. They're saying, oh, he's fat bastard. So they're probably going to want to see him trim a couple of pounds before they try and take a risk on it.
But to be fair, it looks like he has done it.
Yeah, 100% has. It looks good in his obviously he's done his own pre-season and
I like the fact that he's gone away and worked on himself, even though he could be sunning it up.
Yeah, exactly. Don't get me wrong, his holiday as well. He's enjoyed his. Wait, should be players just 2 seconds, mate. Dog's cool. Or something back here.
So while Connor's gone for a second, I want your lot to put in comments what you think's happening with Armour. And so, just for instance, do you think Armour stays? Do you think he goes? What do you think is going to happen with him? And what would you say is a reasonable fee to accept for him? Because me personally, as much as I love him, and we would like to get 30 million for him, but whoa, just blown my ears off with that then.
Oh, sorry, mate.
Yeah, right, pal. So, like, say if Armour does go, how much would you say is a reasonable fee for him?
18, I'd say.
18. Yeah, I'd say about 18. I think our fans get this idea in the red, like players are worth 40, 50 million constantly. When they're clearly not.
We're not used to having top level players because Gus, he's easily capable of playing in Premier League. I'm not saying that he's going to be a standout and that he's going to absolutely tear it up, one of the best players in the league, but he's easily capable of playing in there. He plays forward passes constantly. He can carry the ball himself. He's quick. The only thing that lets him down is obviously not being able to last 90 minutes, but got everything that you'd want in a Premier footballer. I can see him in a Palace shirt, even.
Yeah, possibly. But do you know what it is with Armour? I think for his energy levels and his technical ability, I think somewhere like Spain would suit him better.
Do you think? Because
the style of football, I think it'd suit him a bit better. I think the Premier League is way too fast paced for him.
Yeah, it depends because you've got two sides of Spanish football, haven't you? Obviously, you've got your tiki-taka teams play possession-based football and all the side, and then you've got a couple of teams like I think Villarreal are one of these where they're a counter-attacking team, and I think Gus would be best placed in a counter-attacking team because he can put a ball onto a 50p piece.
That's link if anybody wants to join and mumble some bollocks with us. But come to Armour, right? So, do you think Armour's capable of being number 8 under Sellers?
Depends. It depends on how this pre-season's gone and like how much more endurance he's going to have got under his belt, of course. I think he could, but at the minute, based on what we've seen, he's not going to last. He's not going to last a full 90. But
no, definitely not.
We need him to last a full 90 if we just bring some cover in for him, because I think that was the problem last season. Anytime he had to go off, he always put a shift in, but people were a bit resentful of it because they knew that obviously as soon as he goes off, we completely changed the way that we played.
Yeah. So we've got our Leeds bloke here now, Mr. LUFC Passion, with his big smile on his face.
With a fresh haircut because it's too hot to have one hair in this weather.
I know, no, it's growing, man's growing. I'm growing mine a bit.
Normally in winter I grow it. I normally have, which is not popular. I have a mullet in winter.
A mullet?
Yeah.
I've got one on go now. Wait, you can't see because of my thing.
It's not. I don't normally have mine long. I don't know why. It was quite long last time. So one of my mates who has a YouTube channel, Imagine Not Being Leeds, we went to the promotion party. I remember watching it back, just to put it out there. Promotion party, not showing off. Don't worry.
Wait, Connor, have we ever had a promotion party? I think we have, haven't we? We've had a few of them. Pretty sure we have.
No, I look back on my hair. That's looked awful.
In fact, in past 6 years, I think we've had more years in Premier League as well.
All right. Yeah. Well, it's going to change now, isn't it? It's going to change. Well, hopefully. Don't know. We'll see.
Just because you've spent 20 odd billion on a player called Bivol, don't mean you're fucking great.
But actually, signed another centre back as well. I like what we're doing though. Which is quite surprising at first. I think everyone thought we go straight in for a striker, get a left winger, but we're trying the defence because I think watching previous years, it's the defence that you need the most, isn't it? And I think you guys know that more than anything. But yeah, obviously, Sellers come in. I know, is Phillips coming? Ashley Phillips from Tottenham.
I think he's going to come. I think he's going to come.
Rumoured 6 million for that, which is I think a good deal.
I think it's going to be 6 million, rising to 8, depending on appearances. Yeah.
He's got championship experience. Obviously, he's been at Plymouth in past, been at Stoke. He's at Tottenham. You can say what they want about him. But how about the habit? You're not at Tottenham for any reason, are you, as a youngster? And there's a reason why they keep sending him out on loan before this year instead of selling him.
I can counter that and say, Bruce, we're at Liverpool. You're not at Liverpool for a reason because he's played 106 goals. It's 106 games and scored 8 goals. But because he got a bit excited because you knew his contract was running out, he all of a sudden in 4 years he's only played 106. But his last season he plays 39 games and scores 4. How's that work out? Do you know what I mean?
Bad business. I
just don't get how a player can be injured. And waiting 3 seasons, let's work it out. So he's played 39, so call it 40. 60, he's played 67 times in 3 years, but then in 1 season he plays 39.
Yeah, it's funny how football works, isn't it? Sometimes it's mental. What's the latest? Any other good rumours flying around? I know it's I think it's quite from the group chat. It's frustrating. The likes of Harry Darling, obviously Jimmy Dunn. I think Darling.
Do you know what it is? I think
good signing.
The issue is
who signed him? Who got him? I can't remember who got him now.
Who was that?
Harry Darling.
Norwich.
That's a good signing. That is a very good sign. Darling for me. Been watching him last season. Both times he scored against us, but it's just that aerial for and he's not. I don't think it's good as Suter, because obviously Suter with his height, but I think he's one of them defenders in the Championship where he's going to get you goals and he's going to help you out defending set pieces. But there's other defenders out there like your Ashley Phillips. But I think it's just one. I think we've done. That's a big blow because I'm Kessler Hayden. I know Coventry after him. Won't surprise me if Van Erwijk does go. Because I doubt Villa.
Yeah,
they're selling him out there. But I doubt he's gonna want to.
No. So on the point, what you're going to make, I'm going to make a point about it, right? So I think problem with a lot of our fan base at the moment, especially in group chat, there is a lot of good players floating around what are getting snapped up very quickly, and the fact where haven't made any moves and nothing's come to fruition. Only people who signed are these AI based players, but end of the day, we didn't sign our first player until 4th of July last season. And I think it were a bit later season before that. Right. So if we're giving up like Kessler Hayden for 3.5 million, great deal. Would have fitted us perfectly. But if it was that good and it was that great deal, why ain't Sellis or Abboud or Jamie Oyland gone for him? They must have bigger plans for us. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what as well? On that, I think people forget is as much as you do need signings, that is important. It's clear to see. So there's a reason why obviously you missed out because there's more quality needed. But at the same time, he's got to see what players he likes. I know. Obviously, fans want business and everything. I get that. And like us, even before our news today were broken, we were frustrated, and we've got 2 signings in. You can't win with fan bases, no matter who fan bases you are, if you're not getting transferred because you want to see activity. At the same time, Sellers has got to see what players he wants in his squad and what fit to him and what they don't need. I think there's obvious signings needed. Wingers, which is a huge one. Centre back, right back as well. And there's still a lot of time, obviously. I think one thing that will probably start to get your nerves is after July, the PSR thing, it changes, therefore the accounts change, so that's when you expect your clubs to do more business. I personally expect Leeds to start doing business. I'm glad that we're doing it under the quiet. We've had 2 deals so far where it's been under no one's known about it, it's just come out of nowhere, and I'm guessing, would you want that the same for you, or would you want to know this business?
My issue is, I'm an advocate on team chemistry, and I think it's hard to develop chemistry halfway through pre-season. I think all players, all transfers, everything should be done before pre-season, and I feel like you're all going to pre-season together. And then, because what I think about is it's going to be a new system, a new style of play, and a new mindset, different coaches and different expectations. So if everyone goes there on a flat basis, everyone can excel together rather than people up here and
playing catch up. Playing catch up, When did your pre-season start?
I'm not sure on that. Connor, have you got any input on that?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, so what's your opinion on transfers, Connor? Do you think they should be done quicker or later?
I think there should be a mixture of them. I don't think it's smart to get all of your signings done before pre-season because it's a rush. You've rushed your signings in if that's the case. I think getting your main targets in early is important, and then your squad fillers and your not as important positions towards the back end of the window, because there's a lot of... I prefer to go for loans at the end of the window because you'll get a lot of like niche talents and stuff from Premier League clubs open up and be available towards the back end of the window when the clubs decide that they're not going to be a part of the plans for that season.
I agree. It's good. It's like I believe all your starters and everyone should be in before pre-season, though. Personally, you know, like obviously, you know, your best 11 is in your head. Do you know what I mean? It's like I can run through mine, you can run through yours. Do you know what I mean? Even though some player through the season may do better or whatever, but you've got an idea on paper who your best squad is. So to
100%.
have all them together at once, that's think should be a focus for pre-season rather than fetch, like I say, because people's fitness levels. Some of these players, like I say, Gus, we know he's working. We've seen pictures of it. Do you know what I mean? But some of these players won't be working. They'll just be sat there, lard arsing it about. Do you know what I mean? Like some people just see this as a job rather than the passion. Do you get what I mean? So I feel Bruce a perfect example. Like you always say, Connor, he's fell out of love with football. He just likes being a cheerleader, doesn't he?
Yeah, he just likes picking up a wage, mate. I don't even think he really cares about being a cheerleader. I think he just wants to be involved in it to make sure that he's picking up a wage every week. And he is bothered about fan perception, and he knows that he's a massive letdown compared to how much we've paid for him. I think injuries is a combination of two. It's like obviously we were having a debate earlier, and then someone mentioned the Coots injury in comparison to Brewster. I'm pretty sure Brewster's had muscle and contact injuries through training.
Yeah, you should go and transfer market and have a look. His injuries, I mean, I bet it must be mental.
If you have a look at that, I'm pretty confident that standing by that information. But
I believe it is. But you know what the thing is with Coots? Coots played, and he gave everything when he played. Yeah. But exactly. There's people out there what will sit there and go, oh yeah, but he had this game and I had that game and all that, right? I could tell you now, since in the 4 years we've had Brewster, there's been one game where I saw him and I thought, you know what, this kid is the player what he's supposed to be, and I think it was against Brighton last season.
Yeah, it were. It were against Brighton last season.
He didn't score or anything, but I think he got injured the game after, didn't he, against Arsenal?
Yeah. So there's only three games I can remember of Brewster in the last Premier League season that we had, and that's Brighton, Arsenal when he went off injured, and West Ham when he got sent off after all picked for
But like I said, that game against Brighton, he looked like the player what we're supposed to have signed, and so we know he's got it talent wise. It's just he ain't got it here. He don't want it here.
No.
He's that lazy. He'd rather curve a little pass around or flick a little pass on because he can't be asked to run, and that's his problem. You can see him, you know, when it comes to defending, he's walking around. Do you know what I mean?
That's where it's going to change. Go on.
Oh no, sorry, mate. I've got a bit of a delay on my mic, so I start talking and.
Right, no. I think that's one thing that's got to change under Sellers is, as bad as it is, it's not nice. It is because in some fans that like it, sentiment has to go out the window.
Yeah.
Because end of the day, these new ones that have come in, they're not gonna want to. They're not gonna want to dick around in the playoffs, the championship. Nope. Because at the end of the day, they've got to make a profit, and they're not going to make a profit by winning the championship. And by doing that, you can't carry players, and players like Ryan Brewster, who is on a massive wage and should be getting nowhere near that for the amount of work he puts in.
It's like, I look at our squad, right, and I look like, because obviously a lot of players did get shoehorned last season, And I keep thinking to myself, like everyone's saying, like, oh, we're going to sign in midfield, or we're going to sign in midfield, because Sellis does like 2 number 8s, and he either likes to go for a cam or he likes to go for a deep line playmaker. And I keep thinking, why can't we? I keep fritting, and that it's like Callum O'Hare as a number 8. How do you think it'd work? Because I think personally, he's energetic as fuck. He'd pester the fucking life out of people. He constantly presses. He knows how to pass a ball and he drives it forward.
It's like a bee. It's like a buzzing bee that just won't leave you alone.
What about you, Connor? What do you think? I think he'd make a perfect number 8, me.
I'm still confused as to why the fuck he weren't playing towards back end of last season. It bewilders me.
I think that might have been a Wilder problem.
100%,
I
it
think
were a Wilder problem, but
perfect, right?
Oh,
Wilder
sorry,
don't. Sorry. Wilder, what I've noticed about a lot of him, if players got like somewhat of an ego or a bit of a flair about him or something like that, he doesn't like it. I heard Raksaki didn't play as much because he did always step over and all that. Like he doesn't like it, Wilder. And I got told
they just like Brexit football.
Yeah. Go on, mate. I'm listening.
Oh yeah, he just likes Brexit football, mate. That's it. That's his problem. Obviously, O'Hare, he's a player that likes to do his fancy flicks and stuff, puts people through. I ain't got a problem with people doing all these fancy flicks and stuff as long as 1 out of 4's coming off. And with O'Hare, it were more like 2 out of 4. He's pretty good at it. He's not. It's not like he's doing them for the sake of it. He flicks it round the corner because he knows that somebody's going to be there for it, and that's what I like about it. I like that sort of football.
Yeah, I do.
That he's stuck in his ways. That's
I like watching football. Where I'm watching it and go, fuck me, that's right good. That's right good. Do you know what I mean? You can watch players string about 4 passes together and you're like, fucking hell, go on. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I miss that excitement.
Yeah, we didn't have that last season. We had no excitement whatsoever.
We hadn't had it for about 3 seasons, mate. So 2019's last time we've had that.
Yeah. I tell a lie. We have had excitement, but it's been individual players. It's not been team.
Not been a team effort. Yeah.
We had Ndai. We had Morgan Gibbs White. Don't get me wrong. I think we had some excitement under Slav. I think you could see that there was bits there where you were like, "Fucking hell, we've just put together a rate passing sequence there, and then we've like finished it off." But he just didn't gel quick enough, and then obviously he got axed, which I felt he deserved more time personally. But obviously that's not an issue. Under Wilder, it's strict, like set up defensively, trying to be organised, but we weren't even particularly organised. There were a load of times where we made mistakes and just got lucky. We got one of the best goalkeepers in the league.
Yeah.
And
you know what does piss me off though? It's like Wilder the Messiah and all that. Like everyone's got the levels, and obviously we saw Wilder's level, but it's people weren't screaming for fucking Wilder's head when he undermined fucking Necky and went and got his job off him.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you get what I mean? Even though he fucking failed at Watford and he failed at somewhat at Middlesbrough, do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
You didn't hear everyone screaming, "Oh, he's wank, all this lot." Do you know what I mean? Our fans are fucking fickle as fuck, right? The fact that you can scream and call for someone's head and they haven't even played a game of football is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy, mate. The amount of people that I've seen that have been doom and gloom about Sellers, and people have got an affinity to Wilder. It's like that first teen romance that you had, like first love. I get it, but it's gone. And the football last season was absolutely atrocious. Even though we got,
do you know what it reminds me of, mate? Manual fans still sliming over Ferguson. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, that's it. And it's like
it's one of them, mate. Go on.
Oh, go on.
Right, I see it as like this, right? If we fail under Sellers, we carry on like we always have done. We've been in worse positions than what we are now. So for people to start going, oh yeah, but if we don't get 92 points, I don't give a fuck, mate. Just back the fucking man, give him a chance.
Well, you've got people slagging owners already, and 90% of people that are slagging these new owners were calling for Prince's head. So you
can't win.
You're never going to please anybody. That's the problem. People get too emotionally invested in things and they can't look at things from an outside perspective. and understand that obviously we are trying to go in the right direction. If we fail, we fucking fail. We'll rebuild again. It is what it is.
Part of being yeah, definitely. You're right.
It's like for you, Callum, right? When you were sat watching Leeds, not last season, season before, when you had Rutter and Somerville and all that lot, and they're ripping fucking league apart because Somerville were destroying league. Rutter they were fucking good players. Do you know what I mean? I'd put them on par with Illiman at some points, but mate, come on, right? That's one thing you've got to say. So Illiman were better than yours. I don't give a fuck what you say.
I didn't watch much of Illiman,
mate.
So I can't say it.
You could, right? Somerville couldn't lace his shoes.
They can't.
Well, it's been proven, hasn't it? Obviously, he's gone to West Ham and he's not done what Illiman.
I think they're in trouble this season.
Mm-hmm.
I
think they're going to go down.
Yeah. So what we're on about? Sellis and no one gave him a chance and all this. Yeah.
That's what I was. That's one of the questions I wanted to actually ask. And you pretty much answered it about the reception that he's had so far. Obviously, no signings yet. Alan's been in the job a week, over a week.
Exactly.
You can't really expect him. He's got to see what he's got already.
You know what though? It's like me going to work, starting in a new department or whatever, going in, right, and fucking just going to you, like, you know what? Fuck off. Like, excuse me, what?
Yeah, it takes time. It's such a Louis Van Gaal thing, but it does take time, and fans have, unfortunately, the way it is, he's got to be patient, Sellers, all right, he's not got experience of promotion, but he's been at a decent level, and this will be the first time where he is going to be backed. He didn't get backed at Hull, didn't get backed at Southampton. Well, barely. Like I said on previous,
he was just picking up.
He was a name. He was a name to be taken down. The relegation was already confirmed before he came in charge. Hull very much surprised me because he did as much as they had. Very surprising with the way after Rossini that they didn't build on from that. They went backwards with the Tim Volta deal, which his football didn't really make any sense. The fans couldn't get used to it. And Sellers, and obviously at Reading, got them in the playoffs. Did really well actually with them. And they're in a lot of shit as well, aren't they? A bit like Wednesday. And this will be the first time where, hopefully, obviously, depending on fans, I think it's going to take time. I do think fans will get round to him. That he's going to get back. And he's going to want the players he wants. Also, he's going to have money. The previous clubs he's had, he's kind of business is already done. Everything's kind of already signed sealed. It's his first proper season where he can start afresh, get his ideas across, and prove a lot of fans wrong.
So coming on that, right? So it's like to prove how fucked our fans are, right? But yours are probably the same. In fact, I know you have some comments I've had on my fucking videos before. So right, I've just done a video about Armour, right? Did alright, got like 1K and off, something stupid like that, right? But it were a bit of clickbait because I said it says goodbye Gus Armour because obviously the rumours are he might be going. But if people actually spent the time and read the description, do you know what I mean? And actually watched the video, because I kind of raged a bit about him going, you know what I mean? The possibility of him going anyway, pissed me off a little bit. So I posted him on some Facebook groups, and do you know how much stick I got for it?
Not the same.
Mate, just call me like, oh, this cunt should be vetted where fucking clickbaiting cunting bastard die and all this. And you're like, you know what?
But it's not, though, because he's been linked with a room. He's been linked with a move to PSV, which I think is a good move for him. But the quoted price potentially of 10 million.
Oh, it's bullshit.
Yeah, I did think it was. I think PSV are interested, but I don't think 10 million at all.
I'm going to read a couple of these comments and we'll go back further down with continue to see because obviously I'm getting some comments built up here. Oh, I mentioned that about Kaiser Hayden about Chris, I completely agree. I think we should have gone with him, but I'm not going to panic yet because, like I said, last season we made our first signing with Sam McCallum, and that was the 4th of July. So, and he weren't even a starter. So, to get a little bit of time, and when it comes September, then you can start panicking if we've got.
Then you can start assessing what has come in.
Exactly. Can Kiefer tear it up this season? Discuss. Do you want Tommy Cannon? He's gone.
No, I think I'll have Bamford, who can maybe play one game a season. Maybe, who knows?
Bamford. So Patty B.
Oh, Patty Bamford. I hope he goes.
Personally, Kiefer, no. Do you know what it is with Kiefer? I think he can play up. He can run. He can fucking muscle his ball off for a big bloke. He dives too much for my liking, and when he kicks a ball, it's like kicking a balloon. He's got no power in his shot.
The profile's there.
Yeah,
it's just the end product that's missing.
Maybe about 5-6 years ago he had it, but for us, I ain't seen it. Do you know what I mean? So no, if a reasonable offer comes in, like to buy his contract or what we paid for him, I'd happily accept it.
How much did you buy him for?
2 million, I think it were. Connor, can you quote me on that?
I've been told less, but it were undisclosed.
Yeah.
It's in the undisclosed one, yeah.
I think it might have been 1.5, to be fair. I'm not
So it's not too bad then, is it? In terms of you haven't paid excessive amount for him.
Yeah, but I don't think he's on cheap wages, though, to be fair.
Oh, that's where it comes into factor.
Right, so we got next. Gus and Vinny are not fussed if they go. I'd rather keep Vinny than Gus, but
that's got more legs to it, hasn't it, that deal?
Yeah. It has. I think as much as I love him, he's going in. Vinny is definitely going.
Wolfsburg, yeah. How much? 15?
13, weren't it?
I think paid for him.
13. Yeah, 13.
You've not lost much.
There'll be add-ons in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So probably rising to like 15, maybe 17, depending on performance.
This is Sellers' only season where he's had a free rein to implement strict footballing philosophy from the get-go. As far as we are aware, he has full financial.
Yeah, great comment, Mark.
Yeah, it is, and yeah, like I said, Jamie Hoyland's still at the club, and like I said, right, Chris Wilder, as much as he gets credit and praise for what he does, I'll quote Dan Preston on this because he said it a few times. All that hard work, them players, all were down to Jamie Hoyland. Yeah, Chris Wilder may have convinced them, but it was Jamie Hoyland that seeked him out for him.
Is he your sporting director or is he part of the scouting system?
It's Ed Scout. No, not Ed Scout. Just one of Scouts, to be fair. I think Mike Ellen's Ed Scout. In addition, despite all the strong squad, but Ruben needs the man. I totally agree with you, and that's what needs to happen.
I totally agree.
Will Ruben last longer than Slavy? Yeah, because problem with Slavy is he had the football knowledge, he didn't have the squad, and he didn't have the funds to implement what he needed to do. So Slav didn't fail us. The board failed Slav.
You got manager, wasn't he, Slav? Because I know he got Fulham promoted. Did you go with them?
The first
Mate, we were playing good football on it. We were playing good football under him. We just didn't have like the players that he wanted for his system.
Yeah, that's what's important this season.
No wingers. Yeah.
Having new owners.
No wingers, we got. We just need to make sure that if the owners back Sellers this season and he doesn't do too well and people want to call for his head, fine. I still won't be calling for his head. I've said I'm going to give him 2 seasons. If it doesn't work out after 2 seasons, get rid of him, no problem. But 2 seasons is more than fair. Bring him in, back him in the first season, see where we get to, and then once he's implemented his style of play, he can add a couple more like important players to the team. And then obviously, if he doesn't succeed after that, no problem, get rid. By all means,
it's a new regime, though, isn't it? That's taking over, and that's what people, if they're getting, you're going from a strict Wilder old-fashioned team to the new AI, the now, everything's got to come in place.
We've got to change eventually, do you know what I mean? And we can't keep doing what we do with Wilder because
and people, I think fans are finding that hard to accept. Is that
I'm not being funny,
you've
right?
got to move on.
At Bristol, when we played Bristol for playoffs, we didn't even sell out. Do you know what I mean?
I did notice that.
We didn't sell out, mate.
And that was one of the most entertaining games, funnily enough.
Yeah, and you know what? Right, what's this? Remember Gladiators? Are you not entertained?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's what it is, mate, right? You go into games and like I say, when you sat there, right, and plans will chant for 5 minutes and then all you can hear is people talking. Do you know what I
Right.
mean? They're not watching football, they're just talking.
I'm going to tell you a story now, Ricky. So,
Well,
playoff semi-final, home leg.
Yep.
Went with one of my pals who I used to work with,
Mhm.
local, and he brought two of his mates down who weren't blades. They
Yep.
were sat on with us. They were one of them who was in football and that had been to a couple of games and stuff before. Another one that weren't interested in football whatsoever. We were fucking what? We were 4-0 up on the poor cunt walked out at half time.
Any reason whatsoever?
Yeah, just because of how fucking boring it were. Even though we were fucking putting goals in and whatever else. Even though we won both legs 3-0 individually and 6-0 on aggregate, it was still a slog. Like that first leg, they were down to 10 men.
Mate, that first leg, right? It would have never gone like it had if they hadn't got a red card.
Was it a red?
No. Yeah, 100%. 100%, mate. He's not played. He's not made no play.
It's close.
Personally, he's brought the man down. No malice in it whatsoever. But
no, there wasn't no malice. But is there a genuine attempt to play the ball? Yes, because I don't think he's not done it intentionally. Well, obviously, he's asked to stop him. There was no what's it called? What's the word? Yeah, like you said, malice. He's not done it on purpose. Obviously, he's trying to stop them all, and 9 times out of 10, you're catching the man. It's very rare you actually see it being pulled off.
Yeah, it's a professional foul, mate, and he brings the man down. He puts hands. It's a red straight away. Yeah, he's trying to get to the ball, but he's brought.
The impact as well of him running.
Yeah,
and the ball.
He hasn't won the ball though. That's the problem.
No, he hasn't won the ball.
Do you know what I mean?
And that changed everything. That changed the whole picture. That still, I still think you'd have won it, but it'd have been tougher.
Yeah, but do you know what pisses me off? It's like everything what could happen. It's like a record fucking aggregate for Wembley. Do you know what I mean? Everything said we were going to win, and we still don't. That's the problem.
You think? I'm saying this before the new season because I was going to go. Maybe it's done fate-wise. Maybe it's a calling that Wilder's not the man.
Right. So it's an awkward one because, like I said, people suck him off too much, right? And me, I try to be half glass full.
That is one thing I've noticed is whenever watching Jimmy, obviously before you did your channel, they saw the flaws in Wilder. I'm not all saying that they didn't see anything because you can't 100%. They just never felt you'd see that the other side in terms of, well, he's not you never hear the criticism of Wilder, you just hear the players. And obviously players have got to take responsibility. But you've got to look at the man who's setting it up, the man who's putting the plays out, the man who's telling them to play that way.
I feel like
never felt he got that. But when watching you,
you
had that other side to you. I think Meldrick did as well.
Yeah.
Is that his name, Meldrick? Yeah.
Mark, I think it were.
Mark, yeah. He used to call him Meldrick. I don't know why. Yeah. And you need that. You have to have both sides because if you're constantly, I won't say backing him, shaft a batting manager, of course you do. But you've got to be realistic. You've got to see that maybe he's not the man to take it, or maybe his system is gone. There's a new way and it fits perfect.
So what I'm going to say to all this is, right, so with Wilder, I'll forever be grateful for what he did for us when he took us on. And I'll thank him for eyes what he took us to in that 9th in Premier League. But as quick as we went up, he brought us down just as quick.
Yeah.
Right. So people can say if it weren't for COVID, blah, blah, blah. Right. So, like, can I just highlight a few things, right? You've got the greatest managers in the Premier League, the greatest coaches, the greatest tacticians, right? These are all people what have observed us half a season, we'll call it 2/3 of the season, yeah? They've worked out what we're doing, right? Then Mr. Jack O'Connell, the fucking one of the key players of our formation, how we played, goes down injured. He brought in a replacement in Jack Robinson. Right? So, yeah, we didn't get Europe. So we can keep saying that it's down to COVID and all that lot. It was down to unable to tactically change. It was too stubborn and fixed in his ways that were going to work. And it weren't in end. It weren't fucking COVID. It was the fact that his scouting and his signings didn't work out by bringing in Jack Robinson as a fucking replacement. Right? Good backup. I'll give Robinson that. It'd be a decent backup for 20 minutes when you fucking, or 10 minutes when fucking old players are fucked and you just need to see out a game. Yeah. But when Jock went down and then end of season happens, you'd think, right, we'll get another left centre back in, a proper good one now. Do you know what I mean? We're establishing Premier League. We've just finished 9. Only just missed out on you. Right. What can we do? We need to start working on something else as well. Did he fetch another defender in? Did he fuck? Right.
Well, this was the issue.
Go on.
He were given like a scouting list by the Prince.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember all the names that were on there, but I know there were players like Thomas Souček and Vladimir Soufal.
Yeah, I know Souček were on it.
All right.
Yeah, that have ended West Ham mainstays. Prince confirmed that himself. So that just tells you how stubborn the bloke is. Like, I absolutely love Wild the 3-5-2 or 5-3-2 days, whatever you want to call it, were the best days of football that I have watched a Sheffield United team play. But the bloke's stubborn. He's got an ego. And unfortunately, it was his downfall. Like, it was never going to work out the way that everyone wanted it to after he'd gone and come back. It never does.
I think the issue were, yeah, I believe so as well. And like I say, he has built a decent squad together now. It is okay. Do you know what I mean? But yet again, I think it's his stubbornness and his ego where trying to force things to work has let us down this season. Yeah, and I keep repeating myself and I sound like I'm fucking bitter or a dick and I don't appreciate it. But like I say, 92 points don't mean fuck all because what paper says we didn't achieve nothing.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's the fact. Yeah.
92.
You don't get a trophy for fucking getting X amount of points, do you? Unless you get promoted. But it's how can you get it right? How do I say it without fucking coming across like I don't know what I'm on about? So problem with Wilder is a good seller of the club. Do you know what I mean? He's a fan. I could sell you Sheffield United and I'd want to make you to play it. Do you know what I mean? Like Connor, I'm sure you could sell Sheffield United to someone.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you get what I mean? So it's because he were a fan of us. This is why he could sign these players, right? But what people seem to forget, it's not Chris Wilder's Sheffield United. It's my Sheffield United. It's Connor's Sheffield United. It's not fucking his, and that was the problem.
Yeah.
Say again, mate.
Always a closet blade.
Say again, Connor. You went quiet then, mate.
Closet blade, bless him.
It's a closet blade.
No.
I reckon you've got some friends watching. That's why you're trying to play it off now. But we all know you're a secret United, right?
Yeah, of course. I have it hanging behind my door.
Oh, mate, we'll get you in Sheffield for a game next season.
No thanks. Depends if I depends what pies are like. Pies are all right then.
Pucker pies, don't it? Best ones, pal.
I do like pucker pies.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
We'll look after you. We'll take you on cop. We'll look after you.
Definitely won't have a secret shirt behind me. Yeah,
We'll take some pictures and post them on your medias, your socials.
Yeah, you've got to move on. It's part of football. It's the older generation and some of the younger ones, not just the older ones.
Well, to be honest with you,
to accept that.
I think it's the younger ones what are being more stubborn than the older ones. The older ones have been there and done it. They've had Bassett, they've had Warnock. Do you know what I mean? So it's not like the first merry-go-round for them. Do you know what I mean?
And for this and for them,
did what Wild was done, but he did it with zero budget. So when people are claiming that Wilder's the greatest manager we've ever had, maybe, but Bassett created that outrun, outfight, outplay. That were Bassett's teams.
Yeah. Got a question then for you.
Go on.
What first signing do you think Salah should make? And who?
Centre back. It's got to be a centre back. I don't know who, but it's got to be a centre back. I think that and right back are our weakest positions at the moment. And I think to implement what he's going to try and implement, he needs to build front back and go up. Connor, you?
Yeah, I'd be happy with Ashley Phillips as first signing. I know people moaning and thinking that it's obviously fee that's being touted is too much. I disagree. He's championship proven. I think he's got 61 games in championship under his belt already at 20 or 19, whatever he is.
Yeah.
6 to 8 million quid if we end up paying that for someone that's championship proven. You're paying 4 million quid for a championship proven centre back anyway. Never mind someone at 20 years old that's got room to improve, that's got all the physical attributes of a centre back that you'd want. Quick, tall, strong, not too bad on ball either. Yeah, jumping ain't great, but that's something that you can improve on. So,
and can I just highlight the fact that he has one of the lowest beaten, what is it now? He don't get beaten one-on-one very often. He's like got one of the lowest percentages in league.
And he's young. So he's only going to get better. Yeah,
exactly. This is my point.
Only thing I'd like to see him improve is his jump a bit, of his aerial ability, but that's going to happen. That'll happen.
Because of the way that, with better players around him and with better set piece takers, that he's going to have more of a chance of winning the balls and defending as well. How tall is he? What's his height?
6'4".
There you are. He's physical. He's tall. I remember watching him a couple of times for Stoke. Not that I enjoy watching Stoke because I think the football's boring no matter who's in charge. But he was one of them who stood out in terms of not just his physicality, but the way he is. He's good on the ball. He's very... And the way teams play now, whether it's good or not, because it's frustrating, playing out from the back, it doesn't hurt you to have someone who's good, who's got a good pass range on them.
Exactly.
When playing out from the back. And you need that.
Look, the kid played 8 games for Blackburn and got signed by Tottenham on the back of playing 8 games for Blackburn.
So
Tottenham do not make that sort of signing on 8 games if they don't see something there. It's as simple as that.
So that's a good question. What S24 use put is Campbell a top striker? Opinions.
I'll let you two start.
I'll let you go, Connor, because I might be opposite to you.
So yes, but he needs to improve his fitness. That's his problem. And even though he's a composed finisher in terms of, I've seen him when he's one-on-one with keeper. It's very rare that I've seen him fuck up. But sometimes I see him do little snapshots and stuff when he's got a bit of pressure on him, which annoys me a little bit. So he's not the finished article. He's far from it. But I don't think we get better than him currently. I don't think there's anyone out there that's better than him or better suited for us.
Right. So with Campbell and me, I think Campbell last season that's going to be his hurrah. That's his best, what he's going to do. He's 25-year-old. It's the first time he's hit double figures. I feel he wants to do it, but I don't feel his body can. I don't think he's made to be a footballer. And that's harsh to say.
Fair assessment.
He's 25 and never completed a full season. And this is a kid what's gone through Man City Academy, do you know what I mean? He left Man City because of injuries and he weren't getting a sniff in. Joined Stoke, struggled. Good evening, Harrison.
All right, boys.
I'm good. Sorry.
I've literally just got home. I've been fishing since the weather's been nice. So
did you catch anything good?
Yeah, caught a few nice bream, mate. Fucking pissed me off though. I wanted some carp, but kept getting chuffing bream.
Yeah, so as I was saying, I don't think he's I think he's more wants to be his dad than actually. I just don't think he can do it. I don't think his body's ready for it. As much as I want him to, and much as he might want to, his body doesn't. And I think him and injuries is going to be a recurring thing throughout his career.
This Tyrese Campbell.
Yeah.
It's a shame, isn't it? Because there's obviously ability there.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've only just joined. I'm kind of like going on fly with this one. So with Campbell, you can see qualities there. Like if he stays fit, he's best striker at club. No doubt.
Without a doubt.
It's just keeping him fit, or if he can actually even stay fit. Because it seems like he's played his whole career has been plagued with injuries, especially at Stoke. And I hear it's like fucking hell. It's like if you can keep him fit, he's a 15, 20 goal striker.
Yeah. The one thing I will say about
Campbell,
the one thing I will say about Campbell, what does annoy me, is when he is playing and he's up front on his own, he tends to drift very wide quite a lot to pick the ball up.
Yeah, he does.
And I'd prefer it if the ball were played into the middle rather than wide, because you're the striker, you're the one what's supposed to be putting the ball in the back of the net.
The aerial threat.
Yeah.
Torture.
You know what I mean?
So can I just jump in on that? The reason we're doing
I know it's the deliverer.
No, it's not. It's not even on to do with delivery, mate. Obviously, a lot of teams that we played against last season played a low block against us.
Mm-hmm.
When you're playing down middle, you can't run in behind a low block. It's impossible. So he had to go out, try and stretch the defence and use his pace because he is quick.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to stretch, drag people out of position, and then hoping that like say if Arblaster had played most of the season last season instead of Peck, I think Campbell would have been even better because Arblaster is someone that's willing to go forward and he's effective in forward. Whereas Peck, obviously, look it. I like the kid and he runs about and he puts his sen in and he's a shit. I absolutely love all that, but his forward-thinking ability ain't great.
He ain't got any.
No, not at all.
I think. Go on, Ricky. Sorry, my bad.
No, go on, mate. No, carry on.
I think with Peg, if the right bid comes in, I will not be against him going at all. I think what we've got at the minute, especially our blast coming back from injury, if we can keep Tom Davies fit as well, they're both better options in my opinion than Peck, especially if we're playing in this high pressing, high intensity system, which not every ball guy, but majority of balls needs to go forward. Peck's gonna just drag us down because he just goes backwards all the time.
Yeah, he does do that a lot, but I think that's due to experience rather than skill. I think he does. Yeah. But do you know what he has suffered with as well, though? Right? Who's he playing with in middle? Vinny Souza.
Oh, say again, mate. Cut out them.
Who's he playing with in the middle? Vinny Souza, isn't it? Vinny Souza is not experienced in English football.
Vinny Souza's gone though, isn't he? Now, let's be honest.
He has.
We need to think about that if we are him. And I said it in group the other day. I think, especially now, Imran Losers come out and the transfer request. I know it might be a long shot, but it's a player that you're looking at.
I think Loser would do a good job. I really do. I think he'd do a good job here. What's happening with Callum?
I don't know
what's happening with him.
He's just kicking me out.
It's them fucking hamsters in Leeds. You know what I mean? No good. You need some Sheffield hamsters.
I'm hoping though. I'm hoping Tom Davies has quite an injury-free season because I think he could be crucial for us. At this level, Tom Davies is mint.
Tom Davies, fit, is the best midfielder we have at the club.
I asked about in group earlier. I agree, mate, completely. You can see he was just clash when he came on at Wembley.
Mate, when he came on Wembley, he was only player what looked like he wanted it. No, with the substitutes, what come on, he jumped from person to person to person. Do you know what I mean? He's the only player what wanted that game. Then, when everyone was burying the Reds, he was the only one what wanted it.
Yeah, I agree.
And can I just say, another Eki signing?
Yeah.
How much are we? We're in a free.
Free, yeah.
Yeah, free transfer.
Yeah, obviously.
Thing is, before the season just gone, he'd only ever played in the Premier League. And he'd made over 100 appearances for Everton. Obviously, more than that. I'm just picking a number up top of my head. Like he's played a lot more than 100 for Everton. He was a captain at one point as well, I'm sure.
Yeah, I remember him scoring his debut when he first brought through the academy. Looked brilliant. It's just injuries on it that hampered him. That's what that really.
Much as when we signed him and stuff, like as much as people saying, "Oh, it's just another injury-prone player starting over," and all Everton fans are saying, "Yeah, he's gone," but you don't just make over 100 appearances in Premier League for no reason.
Do you know Blaster? Is he as good as we're made out to believe, or is it just another false narrative fed to us because he's a Sheffield lad?
I think if we bought him, I don't think people would rave about him as much. I think the fact is, like you said, he's a Sheffield lad. He's come through academy. He's a blade. You know what I mean? I think that's why people like him more.
But I feel like it's been sold way too much. Do you get what I mean? Like, have you noticed like when they say about Orblast or about like they show you a picture of him as a ball boy, in with Billy Sharp when or in with Harry Maguire and all this like that. And I think Andre Brooks has been there just as the same amount. Why don't he get the credit what he does?
What pissed me off with
well,
Andre
he's
Brooks
been captain.
is me and my mate. Me and my mate got season tickets together. We watched. We were in Premier League. I've had season tickets since I was like 5 years old. Same seat. And he's only started coming recently. I'd as much as I hate to say it, I laid him away from dark side about 2 years ago, and he got season ticket a lot now. And in Premier League, when Brooks were coming on to make his little cameos and that, we rated him highly. And then next minute, he's nowhere near team sheet. So I don't know if that's something to do with him and Wilder. I'd sort of falling out or something.
I think Wilder don't like people with a bit of a, I wouldn't say ego. Well, yeah, it might be ego like that. But do you know what, right? Some of these players with egos are the better players in squads. They always have been and they always will be.
You need players who back themselves.
Yeah, they do. But it's like, I think you've got to be able to back it at the same time. It's like, he raved about fucking, what's he called, Campbell and all that lot, right? But Campbell scored 12 goals and fucking, have you seen some of his celebrations, how he goes off and that? And I feel to myself, mate, come on, it's the first time you've ever scored fucking double figures.
I think he deserved it, though, especially what happened with his dad and stuff this year.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. That's a narrative. That's his own narrative. Do you get what I mean? That's for him. He hasn't pushed it down on everyone. Do you get what I mean? Like he can have that. I'm happy he can have that, right? And I love the fact that it's not being pushed down and commentary haven't pushed it down and X and all that lot. Just like God rest his soul, Georgie Baldock. I love Georgie Baldock. I loved what he did for us. I loved him as a player and all that lot. But it's the fact that every game I've gone to, it's been sold down your throat. Do you know what I mean?
I don't mind the fact that people have used it as an excuse why we've like not got promoted this season. Just fucking what?
Say again, mate.
There were these people that are using it as an excuse as to why we've not gone up this season. Baldock passing away.
I have heard that.
It's absolutely disgusting that people are even doing that.
The reason why I didn't go up is plain and simple. It's Chris Wilder. That's it. Plain and simple. There's nothing to do with anything. It's Chris Wilder.
I really have heard that from quite a few popular channels that it's affected. It shouldn't, because as much as it's sad, it is, because obviously he's such a big player.
But on what you're going to say on this, right? But at the end of the day, at this point, yeah, it's sad and I get it. They've lost a friend over this.
They should be doing it for him.
It weren't our player.
Can I say something as well? Is with George Baldock. Obviously, what I don't know how to say without trying to sound like a bit of a dick.
I know it's hard, isn't it?
But like, as much as I don't know how to say it, like I get players like Sharpie and Egan, O'Connell, players who were in for years and years. I understand like from that perspective, but players who were in for like one season, like Vinny Souza, Hamer, there's no excuse for that. You know what I mean? It's you weren't even our player at the time. You were a Panathinaikos player.
Yeah.
See, I don't get why City Peck's one of the main people that's been like waving.
Thank you. Yeah.
I know. Me saying.
Say that again.
City Peck's one of the main players that's been waving his flag about this season. Like City Peck broke into fucking squad this season.
So,
same with like Tyrese Campbell, and you know what I mean. They didn't even play a game with him.
But it's like I don't know. It's like every game it's repetitive, right? And you know his family. I'm not being funny, right? At one point they want to go just move on. Do you know what I mean? I know you'll never move on because it's the family, but you know when it's getting refreshed every week.
So I'm pretty sure his missus actually encouraged it and like we're happy that obviously he's still living up. None of us are ever going to forget.
No, we're not.
Fucking brilliant. I absolutely love the kid. It was unbelievable for us. Good looking bastard. Would have slipped one up him.
Would he give you a reach around though? That's the question.
100%, mate. Whatever he wanted. But
washed his boots.
It's one of the things. He's gone I get why we've done it last season. Obviously, it was still fresh. That's absolutely fine.
Mhm.
But what is it's the people that didn't have any sort of affiliation to him that were the main that were waving the flag around and trying to be passion merchants and whatever else. And Wilder has definitely got a part to do with that. He's the ones that there's people that were close to him in the squad and that probably had good relationship. Pretty sure Anel had a good relationship with him, like a very good relationship. But Anel people that were like waving his flag around every single game were people that, as far as I know, didn't really have anything to do with him.
That's what I mean. I think Wilder likes passion merchants. Do you know what I mean? That's why he likes Sidney Peck. That's why he likes Jack Robinson. Do you know what I mean? That he likes people banging on the chest and up, Sam, this badge. I'm not being funny, mate. I've seen it a million times. Someone slapping a badge and then go fucking sign for a different club 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
Sorry, can I change subjects here? Because something quite interesting put in chat regarding sellers in Hull and United and stuff last season.
Yeah.
Read it here. It says,
read it out.
Has anyone seen the table on where United would have finished if matches was played the last 20 minutes?
Go on.
We would have finished 18th. Hull would have finished 6th.
That's like most selective stat ever, though. That like you could say.
But still, that goes show how fucking dire we were in them dire state in marring stages at game. You know what I mean? Our game management last season was fucking dreadful, and that shows it. Hull would finish what 17th, right? Not 17th. I don't know. Down there though. And
21st, weren't it? They finished 20th.
Yeah, literally just outside relegation zone.
Yeah.
And yet if you're going off obviously I know the game's 90 minutes and that, I get that. But if you're going off the last 20 minutes alone where you need to grind the game out and game manage and you know what I mean, you hold the win out, you hold the draw out.
Yeah, but then if you
that 18, that's fucking diabolical. That just go show how shit Wilder's game management were.
But I'm just going to flip that on its head, mate. You know, I'm not a Wilder like advocate by any stretch of imagination, but if you base it on the first 20 minutes, we're probably top.
Yeah, first 20 minutes, every game was like fucking traps, weren't it? Well, obviously, bar a few like Leeds and that, but first 20 minutes, you think, fucking hell, it could be 4, 5, 6-0. You get to half time, it's either 0-0 or 1-0. You get to full time, it's still fucking same.
Callum knows. If we hadn't tied in that game, you were getting pasted. That is the most you've been pasted all season.
Leeds at home, Callum
yeah.
We should have been 3-0 up by half time, 4-0 up.
That's what happens. When you don't take your chances, though. You get punished, and we've got punished. We have missed out on promotion.
100%.
I don't think United know what a chance is, do they? Well, making a chance, should I say?
Fucking no, you pass it to Gus and you hope for best. That's what Wilder ball.
Do you know what? That is one thing what pissed me off all season, mate. Callum O'Hare will do something fucking amazing, and he's in box, and I feel to myself, shoot it, fucking shoot it.
You know what pissed me off, right?
And he's like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you not shooting?
You know what pissed me off, right, though, with O'Hare and that is, like, that goal he scored at Bristol, to get that sort of power on it, at that angle, that technique was ridiculous. And
Which one is first? No, second one.
These, like, back heel flick.
Oh, mate, that was fucking great. He knew what he was doing.
That was disgusting. And you hear what's that dickhead called? It Don Goodman on Sky Sports saying, oh, it's a fucking this and other. Look, he didn't praise her out.
That is the one thing I am not going to miss. I am just... The Sky commentators.
You know what I can't wait? You know what I can't wait for? For Callum to come on here next season when he's been fucking butt-rogered by Man United.
Do you know what? I will take that so I don't have to hear Andy Inchland's voice, Don Goodman, and then Lee fucking Hendry.
You take getting a butt-rogering off a Man U?
Depends how we approach the game.
Wait. Can we say that again? Right? So
it depends how we approach the game.
A Leeds fan has just said he'd quite happily take a butt-rogering from Manchester United. Yeah. Right, another thing. I've got a question for you. How the fuck are Man U your rivals? They're not.
It's Leeds being delusional, isn't it? That's what it is. Leeds being delusional, like that we're on par with Man United. That's why there's a so-called rivalry.
No, it's because Leeds are fucking massive, aren't they? And the biggest team in England. That's what it is.
Are they?
If we're gonna say this, then you can keep talking that language. It's perfect.
That's what they think, anyways. The fucking
what we think. It's more to do with the fans. I think it's got nothing to do in terms of they're not our rivals. As much as they're in the shit this season, they're one of the big. As much as I hate to say it, It is just the fans. It's the fans that don't like each other, and
It's like us on Wednesday,
seems to
right?
associate. Seems to. It's like us in Middlesbrough. We are Middlesbrough's cup final. We are. There is not.
I can see his head expanding at the second.
Oh.
Fucking hell, fire.
Sunderland are a very good club, didn't you?
No.
Sunderland are a bigger club than you every day week.
Every day.
Every single day.
In fish, you're on that. Leeds are a better club. They're a bigger club.
No, I never said better. I said bigger.
I disagree.
Yeah.
Worldwide, no.
Sunderland are bigger. West Ham are bigger.
When, now you are taking the piss.
Yeah. No,
My
but
opinion.
listen. West Ham got a film made about him.
Oh,
Yeah,
good
where's
for them.
your
Jesus
football factory?
Christ.
Green Street Elite. Do you know what I mean?
When Saturday comes, are we a bigger club than Leeds?
No, but they had that Cloughie one, didn't they? That Cloughie film.
Seeing that, damn United.
Yeah, damn United.
You've got
we
got what is it?
They ain't got
You've
behind
got
they ain't got behind the blades.
what's his
have they?
name?
Yeah,
Stephen Graham.
We've
Stephen
got behind
Graham
the blades.
playing Billy Bremner. It's fucking quality.
We've got behind the blades. What you got? Eh? What's your nickname anyway? What is your nickname?
The Peacocks. The Whites,
What?
which sounds good or bad for good reasons.
The knobheads.
I thought with Lily Whites.
The Muppets, we can't forget the Muppets. The Muppets.
But you know what makes me, you know what, right? I will say about this, about your lot, right? You do have good banter.
Only recently I will. I ain't giving us that much
not
credit.
true. I mean, genuine Leeds fans, right? When you all come to play at Bramall Lane, right? You all walk past what's it called? Do you know that corner shop near Bramall Lane?
Yeah.
Right, you all go marching back, right? And you're all stood in front of us going, Leeds scum, and then all our fans start joining in.
We do it on purpose. We do it to entice. It's a bit. Some of my friends are as well, like when the Jimmy Savile chant, which love it or hate it. A lot of fans are confused as to why we do it. We do it to antagonise fans.
I know what you do. It's because everyone says it about you.
Exactly. So what do? We give it back. Now, one thing I will say is,
you can't call yourself a Leeds fan when you're on a Sheffield United fucking live stream.
They all know. They all know.
You ain't a Leeds fanboy.
Well, I am. I'm representing. Listen, come next season, any defeat, I will be singing like a canary. I will, as soon as I see scheduled the Swearbox, I will pen it in my diary. Like,
you're in a United WhatsApp group. You're in a United live stream.
I'm also on a Leeds group.
You love it.
He was singing.
I love the
group chat over there as well.
What's that again?
Singing Greasy Chip Butty in group chat over there.
I didn't see it at all.
Beautiful voice, by the way. Al, top tier.
Someone screen record that and put on Ricky's intro. Anyway,
is
Ricky,
there
how many people
Leeds fan in there?
stream?
I don't think I'm the only one. I swear there's another one.
No, doing
the cover.
Oh, I wish you did say that because I do feel like the odd one out.
I said, Ricky, how many's in live stream, pal?
50.
I said, plug Instagram, bruv.
What?
Plug Instagram.
Yeah, I'll put it in chat.
Because needs to get algorithm on it.
In fact, no. Well, algorithm. What I need to do now is because I think. One moment. Let me just double check something.
We're doing well. On subscribers, doing well.
Yeah, I know. Right, so at the moment, 29 people watching on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, right? Can you just jump over to YouTube if you're not already and just give us a quick like and a subscribe because we're close to 1K and we're trying to grow a channel and it massively helps me out. On that note, you are a secret United fan, aren't you?
No, I'll never on Knicks. It's not true. No, I was gutted you didn't come up. There is that because I wanted the rivals again. I enjoy the Yorkshire derbies. Whether we think you're bigger than us, not you're a little brother, and you always will be. See that proves it right there. No, I think it made sense for you to come up because I think this season, I want to say
When will that-
maturity, because I've
When was
never
last time
been
we
mature
played
with
during
Sheffield.
Premier League?
Huh?
When was last time we played during Premier League? COVID
It was
season.
COVID. We beat, and that's from Rafinha. But what's his name? What's his name? You mentioned left back. He played left back, not Max Lowe. Another one.
Bogle.
It's an English name.
Davis. Ender
No,
Stevens.
I don't think he's that.
Ben
I don't think
Osborne.
he's. That's Jamie put Ben Osborne on his arse and
Well,
what a
it's not
beautiful
hard. It's not hard though. Come
moment. It
on.
wasn't hard, but when you see Rafinha do it, it makes it a million times better.
Don't make out Rafinha some world beater.
Well, he is. Well, he is. He is. His numbers this season have been disgusting.
What? Is he your player or is he Barca's?
Oh, he's not, but he's listen, I will never forget the day in Brentford when we stayed up when he's getting serenaded by Leeds fans. We are holding, not me personally, I wish, holding him up in his arms. Wow. And the next season we get to shit.
I remember. Right,
Here we go.
I don't know if you.
Didn't Jesse Marsh play him at right back?
He also made him take long throw-ins. This is how untaxed Leonetti is because they won in throwing competition in training. Yeah, just let that sink in. Great manager. And I think he got knocked out by, I'm not sure what internet, because I know he manages Canada now. How he's got another job after Leeds, I'll never know. His agent must be a world beater. He's one of the worst managers, and I hate the way he speaks. And he doesn't believe in width. He doesn't believe in playing with wingers, but he still played wingers.
Do you remember this game, Connor? I think it was 2018.
Was it Basham arriving?
You knew? You know about it?
Unfortunately, yes. And that's when Casilla got sent off, and we had having that. I think it was Hernandez.
You don't wish about it. We shouldn't have won that game.
No, you shouldn't have. One of them. It was one of them games that season. No, Janssen didn't play. No, it was somewhat. It was Cooper.
Oh,
I don't know.
I've got a massive delay. I'm gonna jump out and jump back in. I've got a massive delay.
Oh,
yeah. No, yeah, you haven't beat us in a little while. You're right, yeah. No, I think that's the one thing I wanted is that I wanted the derbies, and I hope you do come up next season. Like I said, I do think you come up as champions. I do.
I think we're going to be rocky at first, and then we'll be at our stride. Like, call it 5 or 6 games in. You've got as much as he's a new manager, and everything's new. I think you've got to start off. You can't have a first 10 games. I don't think he'll do bad. I think Chelsea will good. Like I said, I think first 5 games will be a bit slow, just to get people match fitness, match sharpness. Do you know what I mean? And then after that, I think we'll just be flying. Yeah. But it's all got to go down on who he signs. Well, talking of that, I think whenever the first signing comes in, that's when I think more Blade fans will get excited. That's when they'll start to. Obviously, it depends on the quality. Yeah. Well, I keep hearing this thing about what was it now that we can only sign 4 foreign players, and I think we've signed them already.
No, it's so it's to do with obviously visas, but obviously if the EU players,
oh, visas, yeah,
like the Bulgarian lads are, we're fine.
Are they first team?
Say again.
Are they first team? Under 21s?
No, they're all development
Squad.
But you need to still keep. Still need to refresh your development squad, because as much as the quality is different between first and team, they are the ones in the future that are going to be pushing for spots.
Yeah, we've got a quality fucking
striker.
23, don't we?
Who do you reckon next breakout out there is?
What, at 23s?
Yeah.
Baptiste for me.
Baptiste. I keep raving about David, ask me.
Good,
is he good?
Very good.
Mate, he's Vinicius on steroids.
Yeah, I think he's the what do you call it? Isn't he? Where's he from?
Lithuania.
That's it, Lithuania.
Is he midfielder?
He's a centre back, defensive midfielder.
So he can kind of makeshift.
Yeah.
Do you see him pushing through next season?
No, he's captain in it. Is he captain under 21s?
I think he is, yeah.
I know he was captain at under 18s, captain at 21s, and he has been playing it. He hasn't made it to our bench yet, though, has he?
No.
No. Right. Do you know one player what I think people's forgot about? What if he hadn't got injured, he would have been breakout star this season, not Femi. Fucking Sai Shestev.
I don't rate him personally. I thought he was going to be Lewin.
Pardon?
I don't rate Sadchev. I really don't.
You don't?
No, not for me.
No. But we're obviously we're going to be next one over Femi.
Yeah, that looked like it were going to be planned because obviously
I think Shastev's better defensively than what Femi is.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
But obviously, going forward, it's where's it? People just good, aren't they?
That's it.
But I think Davidas, I don't know. There's just something about him. You know, like when he looks good as well, Javan Beatty, doesn't he?
Yeah, he looks good. Mate, our under 23s, we are literally a Cat 1 academy without being a Cat Cat A, Cat 1, if you want to call it. We have literally got a academy, the actual title. We pissed the under 20 for fucking year.
Yeah. So how many centre backs do you reckon we need?
If an L 3, an L stay.
Do you think he stays or goes?
I think it's 50-50, to be honest with you, mate. I've seen loads of people saying, "Oh, he's gonna go." I
got told he got offered a new contract, me, with a non-promotion release clause for $3 million.
Yeah, that could be true. I don't know ins and outs. But I think with the sort of character he is, with last season, and obviously basically just called his dad a fucking liar outright.
Yeah.
I think with the reaction that he got and the response that he got from fans, I think that is going to play a part. So if he does go, I think it'll be for decent money. But if he does, I can see him running his contract down. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think he'd be a player that are down tools this season if he does stay.
Yeah. So need another right back, yeah.
2, really.
I'd say 2. Would you say get another left back?
Yeah. No, I'm happy with McCallum doing a job at left back. You know, I don't mind McCallum if Burrows isn't fit.
I think we need a young breakout left back ready. You know, just to be in and around just in case something happens.
Who've we got in development squad at left back?
We've just released him. We're Harry Boys.
Shit, yeah. Have we got anyone else?
Not off the top of my head, I can't think of.
Yeah, like I said, I'm with McCallum at left back anyway. If Burrows.
Yeah. There's that other young kid, didn't they, from Peterborough, who we're supposed to be looking at?
Oh yeah. Is it Harvey Summit?
Yeah, I think so.
They bring through some good players, the Peterborough.
Yeah, they do. How they haven't been promoted, I'll never know. But they've done
Just
shocking.
keep letting them go.
So midfield, centre mids. Oh, how many did you say we need? 2.
Yeah.
2.
Starters or rotational?
Rotational. 1 rotational, 1 starter.
Rothwell.
Oh yeah, mate, I'd jizz my pants if we got Rothwell.
Maybe
I'm really surprised so far that he's not been. Obviously, I know it's very early in the window, but no one's inquired about him because, and I know why we haven't, and I'm glad we haven't.
That's why, because he's fair.
And I don't think he's prem quality because there's a reason why Bournemouth. I know where they are on the table and obviously they've improved quite a lot. But if he was good in the Prem, I think it'd still be a rotation. But as a Championship, for me, he's a 7 out of 10. He never put a foot run hardly, and the way he drives with the ball.
He didn't score for you, though, did he?
No, he didn't because he was.
What type of midfielder is Rothwell? Because I can't really say I watched him last season. I never watched him.
Bit of a box to box.
Oh, nice.
He's like a taller version of Sander Berg, like a ball carrier fielder.
Yeah, he's the ball carrying really surprised me at first of how good he's got a shot on him. He has not for us. He hasn't scored for us.
And what I like about him as well, he's not scared about doing defensive duties as well.
No, no, I agree. He can, but with the way it depends on what Sellis plays, doesn't it? But with a two midfield, he complements the midfielder very well.
He works hard as well. That's what I like.
Yeah, he does.
That's what I'm saying. He's like an ideal Sellis player.
He'd be perfect.
I'm not being.
I'm really surprised no one's gone for him.
He's worth us going for him just based on set piece delivery alone. His set piece delivery is
and he's set
fucking well.
Not to that extent. I wouldn't go because I'm not saying all he didn't get a few. He did, but not every. But from what we had previously was because for us set pieces, which is what we need this season, especially, we're getting heighting, but we need the set piece, and hopefully we get one in midfield. In terms of that's one of their attributes. Both set pieces really good. He's all rounder, and Sheffield United. He's one of them players. I know it sounds a bit cliche because he's one who can get you off your seat with him carrying the ball forward, and he does it at a very good excessive pace.
I say, seeing as we like our Bulgarian players at the minute, what's Gruev like?
I'd take Gruev. I know you're 50 on him, Leeds fans.
We are. Like many players, we're not sure if he'll make the step up to the Premier League. He's a CDM. He's very number 6. He can't do it on his own. He can also do a job at left back if needed and centre back as well. The only thing I don't like, and that was the one negative, was he'd always go backwards a lot when he always wanted to progress the ball forward.
Right, so since you said that, he's out of picture. No, thank you.
He's a Bulgarian city pack.
Fucking Connor's picture does it identical. It does it perfect for me now.
Yeah, it does.
It's iconic, that picture. Everyone fucking.
Yeah, it's right. I'm gonna go. I'll see you. I'll be on to. Are you on next week? Are we doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Take all care. Leave these leads.
Roll blade, don't we?
Shut up, you fan.
Take care, guys.
Up the blade. Are you still here? Fucked it up, haven't you?
No, big exit. Is
he not letting me go?
Hey.
Oh dear.
Right, would you set Lewis O'Brien?
Lewis O'Brien, no.
Why?
Because he's just a player I'm sick of being linked to.
Mate,
now.
you just took the words out of my mouth. That's exactly the same reason
why.
That's
one of the reasons why you wouldn't take him. January, summer, whenever, for the past 4 years. Lewis O'Brien linked. Fuck off.
He was a brilliant player for Swansea last season as well. He was like a very, very good replacement for Matt Grimes because they were going to struggle. So yeah, I would take him based on ability, but fucking just because we've been linked with him for the last 4 seasons, no, get fucked, man.
How old is he? How old is he? About 31, 32?
No, he's only like 27, isn't he? 28?
Fucking hell, he's been around for some time, he has.
Wait, it's like Matt Grimes is 31. I thought he was younger than me.
Jesus.
Fucking hell.
But no.
Wingers.
I won't bring back anything we had last season. Breton Diaz can bollocks.
No. I don't want inside forwards. Ratsaki. Do you know what? I'll be honest with you. I think Ratsaki would have been good if he were allowed to be Ratsaki.
Yeah, he would have. I was banging this drum earlier. I've got the best shout for a winger though, but we won't end up going for him.
Go on.
Sanjay Hansen.
No,
Esse.
Yeah, there we go. Ricky knows.
Romain Esse. He's at Palace, ain't he?
Yeah. 100%.
Do you reckon they'd loan him though?
Yeah. He's only played like 7 games for him. So 7 games for him. So I reckon he'd be available for a decent loan fee.
But then at the same time, it's like players like that. Yeah, I know loans. Sometimes it's the difference between promotion or not. Like, but players like that, we need permanent solutions. We can't just keep dropping it loan market every season for a winger. I want permanence. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but unless you're willing to pay Palace 20 million quid for him, then
You ain't getting it.
No. To be fair, when it comes to players, I don't know. You know what I mean? I can't really say I watch a lot of football.
Do you know what it is about Salas and his wingers though? What I'm just thinking. Sorry for interrupting you. Right, so you know, like how we know he likes hardworking number 8s.
Yeah.
He also likes hardworking wingers. What are going to pin their wing backs, their full backs. So as well as being fast, agile, and attacking flair, he wants them to work hard as well, and not just laze about with football.
Brooks will be starting next season. Then he'll be playing as a winger because
I hope Brooks gets a good chance. To be fair,
I
said
think
earlier.
Brooks, right, problem with Brooks, right, he's no good coming off the bench. He needs to grow into a game, and he needs confidence.
Same as Sariki. Look when Sariki plays his first 5-10 minutes, he's fucking dog shit. He is shy. But then after them 10 minutes when he's settled into the game, he's fucking mint.
Do you know the thing about Sariki? Sariki would make a great winger or a great wing back. He's not a very good fullback. He ain't got great defensive attributes and his positioning shit. And
I think his defending's underrated, to be honest with you.
Nah, mate. He's quick at getting back, but he don't stick his foot in.
It's like that blocking against Wednesday. That's a fucking right block.
Yeah, it's very Kyle Walker-esque, though. Relies on his pace to get back.
Yeah.
That's what we need, though. This day and age, you can't be having slow, clunky...
No. Right, but you got to be defensively solid as well.
I reckon, his thing is what hours is he? 21, 22? The kid's still young. He hasn't had a proper full season in professional football yet. I reckon, from what I've seen of him, I'll say, from what I've seen of him, I hope he gets a push.
Can I just say something? Are you calling people kids when you're 19 or 21, whatever you are?
Yeah, I'm 19. I don't know. It's just a habit of mine, mate.
Oh, it's mental, mate. Mental.
He's a kid to me, and I'm a kid, so it's all right.
Nonce.
Well, I'm not because he's older than me.
Reverse nonce.
Reverse nonce. But no, I said it last Monday about Sariki. I hope he gets a push. I hope he does. I really hope he does. Because what I've seen of him, I rate him highly. Especially attacking. I reckon he can work in the defensive game. I agree with that, Rickard. I do agree with that.
You want Sariki to push?
I do, yeah. Back and forth.
And then go shit in his glove box.
Want him doing fucking flips on it.
Helicopter. But no, like it's same with Burrows. Like, in my opinion, Burrows going forward is mint, but he's defensive and that. I don't rate his defensive.
Right. Burrows next to now good because now ain't gonna leave him stranded. Burrows next to fucking Robinson was shocking because Robinson drifts away from his position. So Burrows is now thinking, I can't get too far forward because this cunt's fucking halfway across the other side of the pitch.
No, yeah, I agree 100%. I hope that Robinson ourselves coming. He's on bench for his soul.
To have a good defense, everyone's got to know the jobs and what they're supposed to be doing. And I'm not being funny. It's like you can mark players. Players can get beat by pace, right? To be a good defender, Harry Souttar's not a fast defender, but do you know why he was so good? Because he read the game and he knew where to be and when to be there.
Harry Souttar was so good because he was next to Anel. And I'm not saying either. They complemented each other. Anel's got the pace. I'm not saying Harry Souttar's a shit defender. I'm not. I'm just saying they complemented each other. As in, Anel's got the pace. Souttar drops back. He cleans up. That's what I mean. I'm not saying that.
Do you know what that was down to though? That was Souttar's leadership and his experience to direct that back line.
I love him back me. I love Souttar. I did.
He won't come back.
You could see the gap.
Come back.
Obviously, I know he's still injured, but I'm saying when he gets fully fit again, I would not mind him back at all. He's one of the past players I'd love to have back.
So he's a brilliant player, mate, and it was the other way around. Anel, it's like Canate. I'm not saying Harry Souttar is Van Dijk, by the way. Before anyone from Armanek about it, but it's like Canate and Van Dijk. Van Dijk makes Canate a much better defender because he tells him where to stand.
I think
everyone can't.
I think
his
how I
leadership.
worded it regarding NL commenting him. I said that a bit wrong. I didn't mean it like that at all. I mean, as in like I said, Suter mint. You saw the gap when he left. Well, not left, but when he got injured. You could see the massive hole they were in defence. And I think just Suter, like you said, Konate and Van Dijk makes Konate a lot better play. Same with Suter and NL. I agree with that completely. I think it's just how I worded it came out incredibly wrong. Not what I meant.
He got caught out once, like from what I remember.
Burnley. Were it Burnley?
No, Isidore, Sunderland, obviously.
Yeah, that were it.
But yeah, that's the only time I remember him getting caught out. It's just an absolute brick shit out. Only thing that like I were a bit let down by is I were expecting him to knock corners in left, right, and fucking centre, but we didn't have anyone that took the corner.
Well,
I thought Keith Moore did that and all, but fucking
mate, they pissed me off. You had Suter, you had Vinny Souza, you had Kiefer Moore. These are fucking big blokes. They're fucking tanks. And you had an L. And L's are not fucking small. What is this, 6'3"?
6'5", he is an L.
5, yeah. I think that's bullshit, though, because
I think it's bullshit.
I'm like 6 foot and half an inch, and he weren't that
I said half an inch in.
That half an inch counts, mate. Trust me.
I know, mate. I know. That's what Mrs. says.
So, but yeah.
Is that why you're laying down?
Oh, 100%, mate. You know it. But no, like you said, Connor, we and Nell and Suter, especially know what did me with Suter as well. I loved it and all. His fucking passing ability was unreal. He'd pick a ball, he'd pick wingers like that. There were no tomorrow.
Yeah, he had really, really good. He could
and then
he was like
take him out. 100%. I fucking honestly, if he, I know it's probably slim now, Sellers in and stuff, but if he gets back fully fit again, I'd love him back.
Mate, right, the injury he had, right, I know he weren't the fastest bloke, but let's just put it this way, Snail will go faster.
Yeah, to be honest, I think he's going to struggle to even come back.
Yeah, I do.
Is it a similar injury to Jack O'Connell?
Egan's.
So the thing is with it, it's the same type of injury that Egan had, but it's more severe. So timeline-wise, you're looking more Jock. But obviously, Jock never ended up coming back. He ended up coming back for like 2-3 games and then fucked his son again, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
So you're looking at time-wise of like what it took for Jock to get back, but it's a similar injury to what Egan had. So we've had horrible luck with fucking centre-backs recently. Basham, broken leg. Jock, fucking career ended. Egan, career basically ended. I know obviously he's gone to Hull, but his career's basically fucked.
Do you know what pisses me off? Right, sorry to interrupt you, right? But you know you're going through centre-backs now, right? I think Trusty were better than fucking Robinson, but yeah, we sold Trusty.
Miles better than Robinson, and he had room to grow as well. But
I think fucking Maynard's better than Robinson.
Yeah, we just got money back, didn't we?
Yeah, but I were happy with that after that first season.
Yeah, that first season was shocking, but let's be honest now, right? Majority of games he played as a left back.
Yeah,
Trusty would have done a job in Championship.
Oh, 100%.
1,000,000%.
He did done a job.
Well, did you see him
pace on pace?
No. Did you see Suter and Trusty play Wrexham? They were fucking solid, and the first time they played together.
Yeah, exactly.
And
I can't remember that, to be fair.
Oh, yeah, were it 4-1? 4-1.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Don't remember that.
Brewster
when was that?
Carabao Cup.
Oh, I don't watch that, Alex.
And then Brewster missed a penalty, like a fucking bell end.
That was about right.
World-class Ryan Brewster.
I say, going on about Brewster, is he gone now? Is he finished?
Yeah, tomorrow. As a midnight.
You know what, right? I would not be against him signing a new contract.
Oh, great.
I would not be against.
Shut up.
I would not be against it.
Why?
What, for another 4 years of injuries?
Thing is, this past season.
No, 3 years of injuries, 1 year of playing last year.
Honestly, this past year, right? And I'm not even taking a piss. Yeah, obviously his goals weren't there, but playing as a left winger and stuff, I thought he did a job.
What?
I'm being deadly serious. I'm not even saying it because his goal against Wednesday either. He was
great.
Honestly, I think Bruce's problem.
Games.
I think Bruce's problem is his price tag. Everyone wants his price tag.
No. Bruce's problem is he don't know how to fucking move faster than 2 miles an hour.
I still stick by it. I won't mind it at all.
No. That you know that what you've just said, right? I'm snipping that into a shirt.
Please do it, because I'll stand by it.
Tell
And
you.
I'm not even saying it's even take piss either. I wouldn't. I think this past season, obviously we had fucking shit on wings and stuff with Brenton Diaz and that. I would not be against him as a squad option. I'm not saying a starting winger. I'm not saying he should start every game.
He's not a
As
fucking
that squad
winger.
option.
He's not a winger. That's
I know
what's
it,
pissed me off.
but when he plays on the wing, I didn't mind it. I
He's
didn't mind it at all.
He's supposed to be a striker and he's got no composure whatsoever. He just hits the ball as hard.
Wax it. But have you noticed that's what Cannon's doing now, though, as well?
Yeah, Cannon, I think it's more of a desperation thing than it is anything else, because the poor cunt has had like flack from everybody.
Yeah.
And he doesn't deserve it. Wilder scouting this is one that Jamie Oiland has got wrong. Jamie Oiland has been the man that has scouted Tom Cannon and thought, right, he's going to be a fantastic fit for the Sheffield United team. Then Jamie Oiland needs to have a look at himself in the mirror, because Tom Cannon is a fantastic striker. I don't care what anybody says. He is a brilliant striker and he will score you goals, but you've got to have a system that works around him. He does not work in a Wilder system. So why
would it work in a Seller system?
Maybe, but he needs to get a bit quicker.
Right, I'm going to mention something what will be a bit controversial. Go on.
Go on, Mickey. Go on, you go first.
Right, so, we're saying like hard working number 8s and all this, like, right? And you're not going to fucking tear me for bits for this, right? But no. Right. 80th minute, yeah? We're up 3-0 or something, and we need someone to just run around in that middle.
Ben Osborne.
We've already got it. No, we've already got him.
Oh, where?
Everyone's forgot about him. Because he's not great. Yeah.
Fucking hellfire.
Listen.
Who?
Shackleton.
Fuck it.
Listen.
And you laugh at my Brewster.
Listen to me. Just hear me out, yeah? He's not got skill, but he's always been injured, yeah?
Yeah.
He works hard, that's all you can say. But for the last 10 minutes of a game, in that midfield role where he constantly wants pressers, why not?
No.
He's just a Ben Osborne with less ability.
Yeah, but I trust Ben Osborne for 10 minutes a game.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. I say he's a Ben Osborne with less ability.
No, he's got more better ability than Ben Osborne.
No.
10 minutes a game per week. No.
No, not just every week. Just as an option, just in case.
No, wasteful spot bench.
All right, that's out window then. So yeah, let's move on to the next one. It was just an idea.
Clip that. That's worse than my Brewster one.
No, it's not.
Flip them back to back, mate. Brewster and fucking Shackleton as an 8. Come on.
You're a knobhead.
No.
I know.
You know who I wish would have fucking took football seriously and would have stopped eating fucking kebabs? Lee Mousset.
Oh, don't. He's fucking. Oh.
It pisses me off to this day. On them few games in Premier League where he went on a fucking roll when he actually took it seriously a little bit, and he were physical, he had pace, he could fucking score. But the bloke just couldn't keep off the fucking kebabs, could he?
Did you know what I loved? James Beattie, mate. He made every fucking defender and goalie in Championship for them 2 years just look fucking mere mortals, you know what I mean?
He's before my time, so I can't even comment.
He did, to be fair. I've got a rogue one, and a lot of people won't agree with me with this, but he was my favourite player when he played for Blades, even though we didn't have him for long. Jamie Ward. Absolutely loved him.
Fast.
He was like a fucking rat up a drain pipe, mate. He'd fit a...
Wait, it's not the same as him, innit? Fucking... Who's fucking him who played for Swansea for fucking years?
Michu.
Nathan Dyer.
Oh, yeah, very similar, but Nathan Dyer had more ability. Nathan Dyer were a player.
If Heyman goes, I hope he doesn't, obviously. I hope we go
do you know what it is with Heyman, right?
Watford.
I do like Heyman, and I loved what he's done for a club and all this, like, right? But the system what Sellis is going to play, I don't think it requires an aimer. I'll be honest with you.
Might be blown out his arse after 2 minutes.
Every team requires an aimer.
I get it. It's that, but what I'm saying is, it's like you've got Rothwell and O'Brien. Do you know what I mean? In middle.
Mm.
And you've got O'Hare just in front of him. Where does Amy fit in?
I think O'Hare's going to be a key player in the Salah
I
system.
think O'Hare, I do, mate. I think he wins player of the season next year. And you can bookmark me on that.
I hope he does. I hope he does.
Probably does. Depends if Gus is still here, because I know you're saying that he's not going to fit a Sellers system, but Gus doesn't need to fit anywhere. He was playing on fucking wing in a Wilder system where he shouldn't have been playing, and he was still fucking best player in Championship. Well, I don't agree that he were the best player in Championship, by the way. I know United fans are going to be pissed off at that, but he were.
No, he weren't. Dan James did better than him. No offense.
Yeah, Dan James and Tanaka were better than him, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Brownhill were. I think Brownhill were just the beneficiary of a Burnley system that suited him down to the ground.
But can I just say, for Josh Brownhill to score 15 goals from centre midfield is fucking amazing.
Yeah, aren't Burnley looking to get rid of him this summer?
Is that a contract?
I think
is he? I won't mind looking at Brownhill, to be fair.
I think, and Burnley put another contract on the table for him, though.
Yeah.
He's not acceptable.
Brownhill had never come here.
No.
Not in a million years.
No, never happened. I can see him going to maybe a Leicester, potentially.
Would anyone take Kelly Sims from Coventry?
Take who, pal, sorry?
Ellison.
Yes, but not as a starter.
Yeah, not as a starter.
I'd take Adji Wright.
No, I'd take Adji Wright all day long.
He's another one, though. He's a Tyrese Campbell. He's going to get injured a lot. I think.
Yeah.
God knows.
Shit, is he?
No, do you know what it is, though? He don't pisses me off, mate. I want me, and I know I'm never, ever going to get him.
Mate, he's going to be a £40 million player in like 2 seasons.
Where did they sign him from?
Somewhere in Spain.
Kosovo. Fuck knows.
Because this is what pissed me off, right, at the minute is, you see, like, teams like, look at Sunderland, look at their recruitment in the past couple of years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look at the players they've signed, look where they've signed them from. Yeah. They've took gambles on youth, and it's paid off.
But I'm not being funny, right? It might have paid off and all that, look, but they're not fucking about this season. They're splashing some cash, them cunts.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
is it Habib Diallo from Strasbourg?
Yeah, but it's going to be hilarious when they go down. Sunderland used to do this when they were in Premier League. They spend 15 million quid on players like fucking Virginie and fucking whoever else that they have.
Mark Viduka.
Yeah, exactly. But they never worked hard. So they're going to
Oh, no.
This season.
Didier and Dong.
Yeah, Didier and Dong. Oh, my God. Didier and Dong. But
people are going to be mad with me. Well, Sunderland fans are going to get mad with me because I've just said Mark Viduka and they're now thinking of Yakubu. And then you know what? I just realised I'm thinking of fucking Middlesbrough.
I was going to say you're thinking a completely wrong club, mate. Fucking Mark Viduka were Leeds and all, weren't he?
Yeah.
Are we like off topic? Are we actually like close to anybody or like bids in a row? Because I can't keep up with chat at the minute.
We're close.
It's a war zone at the minute.
We're close to one.
I think, yeah. I think I'm following on that one.
Next week.
Centre back who's probably got a massive Corey on him.
Oh, probably about 9 inch, definitely. Fucking massive.
100%. Makes a noise when he pulls it out.
It fucking dings bottom of your anal, doesn't it?
Calls it Little Ash.
Brilliant.
Is that all you need?
I say, you know that Bulgarian right back we're linked to is I don't even want to fucking pronounce his fucking name.
Yeah.
Obviously, I know you can't base a player off YouTube clips. I know that. But from the clips I've seen of him, it reminds me of a George Bulldog.
It's Sam Part 2.
Sam Curtis.
Yeah. Sam Curtis 2.0.
Probably
you know what?
I
forgot he existed.
I did.
Been on loan at Scotland, St Johnstone's, hasn't he?
Something like that.
So you were playing with no, you weren't playing with Jordy and Mister. You were at Dundee, weren't he?
No, Jordy and Misters at Ross County.
He's gone to Burton Albion. I've seen it on his Instagram today.
Have you? Good move for him.
I'll tell you something. That kid's a fucking unit.
He's built like a brick shithouse, isn't he?
Yeah,
massive.
He is a fucking unit. I wouldn't want to fucking fight him.
Now.
Right, I'm going to pre-warn you both, right? We're going to go for another 10 minutes and then we'll show it off.
Yeah, no worries, mate. We've already gone a lot longer than we said we were going to.
I know. Right, but another thing what I'm going to say, right, you know, at Swearbox, I think I'm going to change days of it
Yeah, that's fine. Works for me.
to suit the football, because when the season starts, I think Saturday at 10:30, 8:30.
Works for me.
I think as well, if you're on a Saturday, I think more people will probably jump on because it's a weekend, no one's got work. Well, obviously some people got
Exactly.
work. Like,
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
not the majority.
Obviously, when we've got Tuesday games and stuff, we were speaking about it other day, weren't we? We've got, like certain games when if we're not at them, and obviously we're going to be able to do it. Like thinking, obviously watch-alongs, aren't we? So.
I'm going to set Connor up and get him learning how to get things. We're going to get ordering a camera and everything.
Oh, what a guy. And a shit in good box.
Yeah, 100%.
You just get you one of these as well, don't we?
Do you boys reckon then that we'll have one in by next week?
Later end of week, I reckon.
Right, you genuinely think that?
Yeah.
One.
I say from Wednesday onwards, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we should maybe.
Are they back for pre-season yet?
No,
Tomorrow, right? That makes more sense then, yeah. Because they weren't in an article saying Ruben Sellers wants to assess his squad first before he knows.
Yeah, you can't assess a squad in a week.
No, I think what pissed me off as well is right. A new manager's come in and you got people up on a fucking uproar about no signings yet. How the fuck is he meant to make signings when he hasn't even had a training session with the boys yet?
Exactly.
Don't talk common sense on here, Harrison. You'll end up getting shit for it.
I know, mate. But
I'll get some shit. I'll get shit.
It winds me up. And like when we signed last summer, it were first signing with fucking Shackleton. That were July, weren't it?
Yeah, July 4th. I thought McCallum was the first one.
I remember seeing a load of people like, yeah, it's not a bad signing that either. I wonder why. Might be something to do with the man who brought him in.
You know, if Sellers brought in fucking Shackleton, everyone would be calling for his head and shoes off in fucking car park.
Yeah,
because it's fucking Chris Wilder, fucking Messiah.
Have you seen that bloke who's made that little fucking video?
I've commented on it. Fucking sad bastard. No offense if you're watching, mate. Fucking hell.
Just to talk about backing your club.
It's ridiculous.
That way, it's dragging a black bag right from Bramall Lane into the back of his car.
Right.
And he's got his missus going to him. Oh, what you doing? He goes, it's Ruben Sellers. I want Chris Wilder back, and then kisses his badge.
Fucking ridiculous. I think I commented on Facebook on it. I said it was fucking embarrassing.
It's like a cult in it for Wilder.
Yeah.
Oh, the Wilder wanking brigade. Bum boy brigade, I call it.
It is. It's embarrassing. Honestly, it is embarrassing.
It's hard, isn't it? Like I keep saying, right, I don't hate Wilder. We just needed something different, and I'm sick of going round in fucking yo-yos, because that's all we're going to ever be with Wilder. Up, down, maybe, possibly could do. Do you know what I mean?
I reckon with Wilder, what we got this season is the highest he can physically go.
I think I said it in chat of a day. I think I said I didn't hate Wilder, but I do now because of the cult that he's got behind him. They've made me hate him.
I've disliked him for ages. I didn't want him back in first place.
Yeah, I didn't want him back.
I've been asking for his. Well, I've been calling for his head now for months. Not even because of Wembley. Not even because of them 3 games, Oxford, Millwall. Not even that. Way before that.
Do you know what does me with Wilder? I feel like in his head, he feels like he's a bigger blade than any of us.
100%.
Yep.
And I'm not a bigger blade than you, anyone. But you know what was a bigger blade? My kids, mate. My kids, when they go to game, mate, they scream and shout more passion than I ever fucking had. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm sat there expecting the misery.
Yeah. They've seen the. How old are your kids, Ricky?
10 and 11. No, 11 and 12 now.
They've seen the good times. They won't be able to remember just before. They remember they were 3-year-old Wilder took over.
That's what I mean. They've only ever had Eke. Do you get what I mean? Eke and Wilder, really.
You see, I'm up young, but I've had season tickets since our League One days. I was there when we finished fucking low. We were like 12th in League One. I was there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I used to sit in Westfield Corner.
Yeah. Like I
was
always
there.
said to people, that in League One, yeah, when we were signing Wilder, right, it was young manager, one promotion in the fucking, were it League non-league, do you get what I mean?
No, he'd had a couple. He'd had promotion with Oxford,
Northampton.
and Halifax.
Did he get Halifax promoted?
I think he did, yeah. Pretty sure he did.
Hold on,
Right,
hold on.
so-
While we're on, sorry. While we're on the Wilder, this bit, nothing will piss me off as always. Is before Chris Wilder came to us, he had never managed in the Championship. He had never managed in the Premier League. But yet people are saying, "Oh, Ruben Sellers, he's never managed top end Championship. He's never really managed in top flight." Yeah, he did off in Southampton, but I won't count that at all. He got thrown in the deep end.
That's called being dumped in a bad situation and just fucking deal with it.
And no, when Wilder came in,
and can I just say, did they beat Chelsea, didn't they?
And he fucking beat us big time last season.
Yeah. No, I'm on about when Sellers took over Southampton when they were getting smashed. They beat Chelsea.
At Chelsea, no, wasn't it?
Yeah.
2-1 or 1-0?
2-1, I think. Someone quote me if I'm wrong. I might be wrong, but yeah. But like I said, I think in middle, we don't need none of these flary players. We just need hard work and fucking run your bollocks off, get that fucking ball up the pitch players.
We've got one already, Callum O'Hare.
Yeah.
Well, O'Hare can do both sides of it. So
yeah.
he's got to do him as well. And I'm not being funny at all. I've seen people slag Gus off. I've seen Gus work his bollocks off last season.
I have. I just feel like he runs it out too much. That's what I mean. He just
in my opinion, he tries to do too much.
Do you know what is as well? What does piss me off a bit with him, quite a bit, right? He deliberately does fouls when he knows he's being beat. You know, like when he's been by a player.
Short cards.
Yeah.
No need for it. But no, everyone see that. No, everyone see that as it's Chris Wilder. He fucking loves a yellow card. He loves a good challenge like that. Fuck off.
Right. So, final statement before we go. I'll let you all make your own little statement. What?
Rhian Brewster, GOAT.
What do you want to base the statement around, Ricky?
Whatever you want. After tonight's topics, what's your statement?
Playoffs this season. If we don't go through this season, automatics the season after.
All right, I'll make a proper one then. Rhian Brewster's the GOAT though. Back Sellers, you've got to back him. We've got to get out. We've got to get out his mindset of fucking Chris Wilder's fucking live life, everything. We've got to get out the mindset of fucking Chris Wilder's everything. Back the new bloke, see what he can do, then make judgment because we can't make a judgment before a ball's been kicked, and that's what people are doing.
You basically just took what I was gonna say. Fucking, let's understand this kid. When if it had been Danny Roll, would he have got as much hate? Because I feel like our fans are never fucking happy. But you know, when we start fucking thrashing teams 4-0, you know, actually scoring more than fucking one goal, watch how fucking fast people change.
They'll change big time.
Yeah.
I think all it needs is Sellers rate to get everyone on board, especially these fucking Wilder bum boys. Have a good start the season strong.
Yeah.
Show us what you're about. Show us your play style. People will get behind him. That's what he needs to do.
Exactly. Right, lads. So thanks for coming on tonight. It was a pleasure. I'll catch up with you all in chat and we'll sort something out.
Have a good evening, boys. Take it easy.
But right, guys, thanks for joining tonight. And remember, anybody on Twitter can jump over to YouTube and give us a quick like and a subscribe, please. We're close to 1K. Helps the channel grow massively. And anybody who's watched tonight, thanks for taking your time to watch it. And I'll see you next time. Up the Blades.